Gordon. Alright, hello. I think this is Barry Lyndon part 4 now. I was showing you some connections with the scene after Barry Lyndon's son's birthday party. They show this scene of a lake, okay? And this is Stourhead House, Gardens, whatever. And this is the lake there, okay? Now, it occurred to me that they re-reference this idea of what this is here when Barry Lyndon is talking about his story of the fort, where he goes over the wall and then he cuts off 19 heads. Okay, there is a reference there to water with head, and especially with a reservoir or a dammed up lake. The head of water is literally it's this body of water here, and its elevation compared with a lower level, like where it comes out of the lake or whatever reservoir that is formed. Okay, so the head, if you like, here the dam is cutting off the head, is the separation. It forms the head of water. It cuts off the head of water from downstream. Yeah, just like the Hoover Dam creates Lake Mead, and it cuts off that head of water with the Colorado River. So it forms a head of water, which is essentially separating the head from further on downstream. Okay, I don't know if you're getting what I'm saying there, but there's a reference to the head and this body of water. Okay. Now, when I was looking, I showed you this map, okay, and when I was looking at this map, I'm like, well, this is very interesting. We had the Pantheon temple, Diana temple over here, which if I just come here, you can see it here, and then we have the Palladium Bridge right here, which is this bridge here, I'm pretty sure. And what is interesting is when they shoot the scene, they are shooting from over here somewhere. Okay, and if you look on this map, you have three things lined up here: the Pantheon there, the temple, the goddess temple, the Palladium Bridge, and this Bristol High Cross here. Now, what's interesting about this Bristol High Cross, and I've got it right here somewhere, I've got a head of water there before I explain that. Let's just click back to this, because you can see from where they're looking at here is the same as in the film. Actually, let's just go to the film, but back to the film again. You can see we're looking from over here somewhere across to this thing. Okay, it's not a perfect shot, obviously, because probably if they came and lined everything up perfectly, you might not be able to see the dam in the shot. So they probably took, I'm guessing, Kubrick's took the best of both worlds here, where you can see a part of the dam here, the temple, and be close to this cross and see the bridge. Okay, so what you have is this nice alignment. Now, where have I got it? We've got a lot of stuff to go through, and I thought I had this up here. Here's the cross. Okay, so again, top of a church, a steeple. Okay, and they call this a cross. Okay, and this is looking through, and you can just about see the Pantheon there, the Temple of Diana. Okay, straight through there. So the bridge, I don't know if you can make it out, but it's just at the bottom of here. I can just see the bottom corner right there of the bridge. Okay, so there's probably somewhere on the other side of this mound here, further on down, looking across there. So this alignment is drawing our attention to where they're stood, which is this thing, this cross. Now, if you heard me talking about St. Giles's Fair in these videos, again, this connection with my grandfather to, well, let's do this one, to St. Giles's Fair, Oxford. This is where we used to go. I can remember actually playing on the steps of this memorial here. Okay, this is Marty'S Memorial. Now, I don't know if you noticed something with the name Martyr. But what is fascinating about this is that, of course, if you look at the name Martyr, yeah, Martyrs, Martyrs, okay, drop off the R and the S, or just the R if it's just Martyr, but Martyrs, if you drop that R and S off, you've got Marty, okay, Marty's Memorial. This is interesting because, yeah, like I said, I played on the steps of this thing as a kid, as when we did the fair. Like, every year you'd be at the fair either in a caravan or, actually spent a lot of time walking up and down St Giles's, taking bits and pieces backwards between the two chippers that we had at the fair. Okay, so this is one of these fairs that it's such a big fair. It has such a lot of. I mean, it's such a big fair, and it's so busy at this fair as well that it makes an impact on you, and you tend to remember things going on here. Anyway, yeah, this is what we've got going on here, right? Now, I've mentioned this in the past as well. I've got two cousins. Now, their father and they ran the sweet side of the fairground stuff that my grandfather did. Okay, so they ran the sweet side, which was really, well, I don't want to overcomplicate what we're talking about here, but anyway, so they ran the sweet side, and right, they were, as you go down Magdalen Street there, or basically they were next to us, and then another trailer down, and then they were there again. So they were also at this location. Now, the reason why I bring this up is just a little personal reference. My one cousin, actually, there's three cousins there. One looks just like my mother, which is kind of interesting. She's the spitting image, and the other one I would say when she was younger, had a slight. I feel like she had a slight resemblance to Madonna, and my other cousin, he had a slight resemblance to George Michael, the pop artist there as well. Okay, so I just wanted to note that there's just this little resemblance. Those two people, because George Michael is obviously an important name surrounding what is going on with Marty in Back to the Future and George McFly. So we've got this, just another little connection there. For me, it's just a little personal one, but I have mentioned it before in the past. But anyway, what do I want to say about this? So we have this cross here, which is Marty's Memorial, and we can go and have a look at some of the stuff. But I think that maybe there is definitely a connection here, though, from this Bristol Memorial thing. It's not. It's just called Bristol Cross, and I thought if we come back off of this, let's see if we've got any other. That's it in Bristol, and it would be interesting to see, what the street names were in Bristol and all the rest of it. But I just can't be bothered. Okay, not right now, anyway. So yeah, this is, I just think that's interesting. Okay, this connection with this phallic symbolism again, and back to St Giles's with this. Okay, now what else have I got here? Oh, I'll go on to Inspector Morse in just a second. So again, was there anything else I wanted to mention about this? Marty's Memorial. I don't think I do have Lady Gaga up. Let's just click on it. I'll just show you something at the end of this. So in this video of Lady Gaga's, right, there's a lot of stuff in here, actually. It's absolutely loaded. Lady Gaga 911 music video. But what I want to show you is just the end of this thing. Now, where is it? Let's see. Come on. I don't think it's right here. All right, let's click on this. Now, I want you to note this guy here. Okay, notice what he is on this carousel horse. Okay, he's actually shows up at the start of the video as well, but this carousel horse here. Okay, let me show you something with that. Okay, let's show you that picture again of this one. Okay, note where the set of gallopers is here. Yeah, the carousel in relationship to Marty'S Memorial. That's fairly interesting. I just thought, I don't know, that there may be a connection there. Okay, I'll tell you what this is as well. This has the Hoover Dam in it. This has the Space Needle in it, and it has the Golden Gate Bridge in it for sure. And it also has something maybe to do with the Statue of Liberty as well. So, but it definitely I believe it definitely has those first three things: Hoover Dam, Space Needle, and Golden Gate Bridge. Okay, in this video, if you just go and watch it, you'll be able to tell all this stuff. Oh, and while I'm here, so I'll show you let me show you this part of it. Look at the candlesticks. Yeah, here on her face. This is the Hoover Dam part of this video. The candlesticks from Barry Lyndon. Okay, Brian can't sleep without the candles on. Yeah, without the lights on. He's afraid of the dark, and obviously, St. Giles is, part of his thingamajiggy, to do with I can't speak this morning at all. To do with can't remember what it was, blacksmiths, lepers, and this was the other thing, people, being afraid of the dark. Okay, let me show you this. Let's go forward a bit, and you can see the pool of water there. You can see the where we got him. He's just in the background here as they do this. The dog head, the winged angels at the Hoover Dam. I mean, it's just absolutely loaded. Excuse me. Okay, and also the rose in the hair here with Barry Lyndon, the rose on the floor, and the two legs with the artwork for Barry Lyndon. Okay, so we've jumped all over the place now. So we've got this connection to this lake, to Barry Lyndon, and where they've shot the scene for this lake in Barry Lyndon, connecting back with this Bristol High Cross to St. Giles's Street, to the fair at St. Giles, to Marty'S, and I've got that in here, Marty'S Memorial, and let's see, I want to show you it in this. Okay, Marty'S Memorial, so we've got the same kind of cross thing going on, and what you'll find is the dude that built this thing, where is he? Is George Gilbert Scott, another Scott reference, lo and behold. And look at the birthday, the 13th of July, the earshot wound. Okay, and look at the 327 here as well, room 237, numerology. Okay, I know it's not the right way around, right? What, but pretty interesting anyway. This dude that built the thing or designed the thing, and I tell you what's also interesting is if you read this, I'm sure it says here that he also, now I don't know, I've lost where it says it. He also built the church, the St. Mary Magdalene Church. I'm sure it said that somewhere here, right next to this thing. So just on the other side of this, just right in here where this greenery is, the sort of part of the graveyard, and then there's the church a little bit further down. And so he built that to complement, or that's what I read anyway, this memorial. So this is super duper interesting as well. The fact that they've got this Marty'S memorial and Mary Magdalene reference there, and St. Giles reference all in one, basically. But yeah, I could have sworn. Anyway, I could have sworn that it said that somewhere. All right. I know this is so disjointed. I'm just, this is stuff as I'm coming across it, basically. Seen a little bit of that last night and a bit of this morning, and it's just. Let me show you this as well, okay? Because, actually, let's go back to this map. Because if you remember, I was talking about the dome on top of the house there in Barry Lyndon being similar to something in Oxford. I couldn't remember for the life of me. I was thinking it was the Bodleian Library, but actually it's the Radcliffe camera, okay? And if you've seen Inspector Morse, you'll know what this building is. It's this big domed. What if I do that? Oh no, what the hell? Let's see. Oh no, this is St. Giles. We don't want this. X that. Alright, anyway, well, I don't know how to operate this flipping map, do I? I'm not that good. I thought I'd probably click on it and then do that. Hang on a minute. But yeah, this is what this is. Hang on a minute. Oh, Dan, come on, figure it out, mate. Oh, we're right up in it. That's no good, is it? You can see how high it is over the skyline, though. I actually just wanted to go right next to it and look at it. Oh, jeez. Well, there you go. Look, that's the other. There we go. So this sort of iconic domed thing going on here. Okay. Oh well, there it is right here as well. Hang on. So if you have seen Inspector Morse, you'll have seen this building at some point. They always have it in the backdrop. Okay. What else to say about it other than let me just explain something with Inspector Morse as well, because I guess it's one of those things that has made the leap over to America quite well, and there's a lot of Americans go and visit, all the sites that are in Inspector Morse, okay, in Oxford. Again, I just wanted to mention this because if we recall, May Day is the twin date for St. Giles's Day, okay, and the big May Day event, so to speak, is the SOS call sent out by Titanic, okay, as it was sinking. Okay, they sent two different calls out: the CQD, which is come quick danger, and then the SOS, okay, save our souls, right? So very interesting that there's this connection back with Morse code and connection back with the Titanic. Especially after we've just been looking at it. I think I'm going to leave it there because we're getting a bit wiffly waffly now. And I apologize about those other videos being quite wiffly waffly as well. But it's just, I haven't really got time to sit, and a lot of what I've just put out now, the last night and through to today, those videos normally I would spend a way more time on each individual part of those things and looking through it and at least trying to get stuff in order and trying to figure all that stuff out. So I apologize that it's all over the place, and I know these videos are getting worse for being all over the place, but I'm just trying to give you the information as I see it as quickly as I can, because the problem that I've got is a lot of stuff gets put on the back burner and then I never get around to doing a video on it. So there's a lot of stuff that gets missed, unfortunately. Anyway, yeah, Morse code. I don't know. I think what we'll do is we'll just leave it there. Yeah. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you on another one fairly soon. All right. See you later. Bye.